Hello everyone, it's Dee from Turtle Dove. I'm here to show you what I have been up to over the last few days. Admittedly, this one here, this tag I'm going to show you, I've done that, I finished that quite a while ago actually, but just put on some finishing touches. So this one is Halloween themed from my Halloween garden paper pack. Just love all the ribbon that I put on there, so I may as well go through that first. So this is the stretchy holographic green. There's some very peachy white, golds, burgundies, orange. And I was happy to be able to use some of my eyelash trim, which was gifted to me. Beautiful gold rope style and some black lace. And that's it. So I'll put that on a separate little ring. I've got these coloured rings that I've been using. This one's a white one. I didn't have black, unfortunately. But anyway, so I die cut this candelabra, which was really hard to do actually. I've just worked out, after doing a bit of die cutting on different things, that I'm not too keen on it. Die cutting the tags are fine, but anything intricate, I just don't have the patience. I just love this paper. So it's double-sided. These are the pots with the plant and the eyes on there, and a pewter coloured glitter, which is beautiful. And I had some ephemera, and I just used some glossy accents and put some roses, gold roses down there, and I had some dry flowers that was gifted to me from Colette, I think. And I think the eyelash trim was from Soleil. Glossy accented the flower here, that was in my ephemera stash, and that's on the skull paper. And I had all sorts of trouble with these eyelets too. I don't know if I'm using it right. I've had this tool for years and I've never been able to work it out properly. They did work out, but they're very rough at the back. So this one I made out of hot glue a couple of years back, and while it was still cooling, while it was still hot, I sprinkled glitter over there. And I bought these spiders this year and just finished it off with some gold and silver on their backs to make them stand out. Just put some gold vine on the back of that. I'm leaving the back because they're double-sided, reasonably plain. Here and there I've put something on there. This is the same paper with this little round tag, and I just placed a satin flower with a rhinestone in the centre. Let's put this little gothic type cross on the back of that. And the last page is the potted eyes again, and here's a pumpkin basket full of goodies, which I finished off with the glossy accents again, if you can see that. So that was really fun to make, and of course I just finished it off on the edge with some ink, distressed. I think I did that on all the pages actually, you can see. Really turns out nice on a dark paper. So that is my Halloween tag. Next, I was gifted this paper from Soleil, Enchanted by Craft Soleil, and and I just love it, so I wanted to use it and make a tag out of it. And with this tag, the Halloween tag, I didn't put anything at the back, so it's quite light. This one, I put some cardboard at the back so that they're pretty tough. And I had to paint the back as well, because I put the cardboard on there and I didn't think to stick some more paper on there. But I just thought it would be nice to have that beautiful blue at the back. So I'll take you through the ribbon first. So I have the same, is it the same type? No, it's not. It's stretchy in an ivory, and then it's finished off with some gold at the bottom of the trim. And I've got some beautiful pink, pastel pink, a lovely smoky blue, just some gold thread. It's pretty thick. And that's it for the ribbon. I'll take you through the tag. This one's the round one. This was a bit more intricate than making the other one, because I had to fiddle around a lot with hot glue and other glue. I've got this beautiful trim around the edge, and then I had to take it around here as well. And I did that on both sides. I put a butterfly at the back. Of course, it's painted blue, so I had to wait a lot with this one between drying time. I had this in my stash. It's like a little fern leaf, and I placed a butterfly on that and finished it off with some of the, what's it called, diamond dust on the butterfly. I don't know if you can see that. It's not going to, yes it is, it's going to sparkle. So with the diamond dust, I find less is best. If you put too much glue on there and just make it awfully thick, it's not going to look as nice. So I think I could have done with a bit less even on that one. But that's just my personal opinion. And this, look at the paper, I just love it. I finished it off with some distress ink, and then I used a gold pen, like it's a paint pen. What's it? I'll try and grab it here. Excuse my arm. What's it called? Paint marker, super gold, from Pentel in a medium point. That's what I used. And I just painted around the edge, and it didn't have to be perfect. I liked the rough look, so that was deliberate. I had these flowers, beautiful velvet flowers with some faux pearl centres, and then I punched out some hearts with the same paper and just added a bit of glue and diamond dust to that, and then finished it off with the pretty ribbon. On the back of that, I think I'll just put a flower on there. I love this. I might put this, or take this off and put it maybe on the ring, I'm not sure, because it's quite thick and I don't have a punch or anything that I can punch a hole through that. It's quite hard, and this is just hanging, the ring is hanging on a bit of the lace at the bottom, so I'm not sure if I like that, the fact that it could pull and ruin the lace. So I might move that around, but it does look cute on there. So this is the paper with the dream catchers on there, and I just cut out, or tore rather, not cut, this love. Actually, I think I stamped that on actually. So I had the banner which I tore around, then I distressed it, then I painted it with a bit of that gold, and then I stamped love on it. And with this I just did the same around the edges, and then I put the little flat back rhinestones in the centre of, not all of them, but some of them. Punched out another little heart and put some of the diamond dust on there. Sort of grouped the rhinestones down the bottom here. I thought that looked nice. And then finished off with a little pom-pom. And the back is some more from that paper collection, which I can't remember what the name of that was. I'm terrible with paper. And finished this off with some pretty black lace. It sort of looks very gothic-y to me. I love it. If it wasn't for the dream catchers, actually. And this is beautiful. I love this tag. Has some flat-backed pearls, little pearl heart, and I used this thread. It's sort of wool from a ball of wool. I don't know what you call it though. It just looks like a really thick piece of cotton thread actually, or tapestry thread I should say. And I just love the roses on this and the colours, the blues, the creams. There's a bit of lilac in there, some olive green, and the pink, the smoky pink, salmon pink. It's just beautiful. And I did the edges the same, distressed it, painted it with gold, and then finished it off with some of this gold trim. And the back is just painted, and I left it plain. And the last page is pretty too. Simple but nice. The back is painted. I had 3 of these flowers left and I thought that would go perfectly with this paper. There's little ribbons and flowers on there. Looks like little forget-me-nots. And then I finished it off at the back. I placed the ribbon around and just let it poke through a little bit. And you can see the distressed look on this. It's very, turned out really nice actually. Now, I think it's this one here I used by Ranger in the old paper. So, I need to get more of those because I do enjoy using them, and it does finish off a project nicely if that's the look you're going for. So that's my tags. They're the first 2 tag flips that I've ever made. Also, on the weekend, I spent probably a good 3 hours actually just practicing and messing about with embossing, and I had all sorts of trouble with my die cut, with the plates not working, and I had to just put some cardboard in between until I got it right myself. But there were a lot of mistakes, and I'll show you them because I think it's important. Not everything works out. And it's a learning curve for me because I haven't done a lot of die cutting, and I'm still learning about all the different papers and things that you can use that will work and won't work. And for instance, this embossing thank you, I did that on this paper, which is probably a cheap paper, but I think I ran it through twice, and you can see the white core coming through, and it actually cut some of the paper, and it's not meant to do that. So, and then I tried on some foam sheets and that didn't work. Again, you can see the white core coming through on that, and it looks terrible. And this is a beautiful paper, but it just, you can't see it. You can't see it that well. It's sort of lost in all the glitter, so that doesn't work. And this one here was embossed, and I finished it off with some glitter, which I don't like at all. I just don't like the colours. I don't know why I use them, probably because that's what I had. But yeah, so they are thumbs down. But I did learn that it works best on this foil. This one is You Are Amazing with flowers at the top. So I have the You Are Amazing and the Thank You. So on dark coloured paper it works well, and on the metallics. This isn't too bad. I can always colour in the wording on that. This is like pearl green. So I've showed you the purple. This is the gold. That's not too bad. And I still have to cut around the edge, by the way, too. And this all takes time. It's very time consuming. That's not too bad. Sort of gets lost a bit in the white, and that's why I tried the glitter, but yeah, I think I've just got to maybe put some gold over it or something. There's some lime green. Doesn't look too bad. Some blue or teal. More gold. So this is the metallics that I did. So I've got a stash of these so I can put them on cards and embellish them more. There's a darker colour. And the greens. I've been trying to use up some of my older paper that's just been sitting around. So I will make more eventually, but this is pretty. I need to get more of this paper. I think it works best on that, to be honest. So that's that. And I also tried some embossing on some card. And this is what I came up with. And sometimes I don't use what should be the front. Sometimes I use the back. It'll help if I put it around the right way for you. But it looks good on both sides. It just depends on what you want to do. So I just finished that off with some of this 3D liquid pearl drops very carefully, and put some little diamantes in the middle of the baubles, and lots of little dots on the top. They're messy for a reason. I just did that. It's very hard to be perfect with these drops anyway, but I just like the pearly effect of those, of the colours from that. Some washi tape on the edge, and that's that one. I also tried to finish the embossing off with some gold paste that I've had for years and years. Now, where is it? Oh, it's up there. I won't worry. I used it when I used to do folk art, and it's sort of waxy, and you put a little bit on your finger and you just carefully add that to anything texturized, and it is very, very dry because it's years old, literally years old. So I've got to look for something else that I can use to give that effect. But this one says, "You are amazing." I'll put a butterfly there, and got some tulle at the back, which is folded up and sewn down the middle. And is that a damask pattern? I'm pretty sure it is. So I did quite a few of those. And that pattern, this is what it looks like, plain. And I love this paper. And then I finished that one off with the gold as well. So I've still got a lot to do, embellish more cards, but I was just concentrating more on the embossing. And this is another design, just with some flowers. I think they're poppies or something, I'm not sure. But I put a bit of gold on that as well. And this one I sprayed with some purple mist, which didn't work out. That's another thing that didn't, it sort of pulled down there. I think it's the type of paper, it's so shiny, it just didn't want to stick on. So I might keep this and use it for something else. And this is the card again, so you can use either side. You can use the negative side or the good side, whatever you want. I don't think there's any rule to it, depending on the look you want. I did some in the pink. And more of a hot pink. So that's it for the embossing, and that took me morning to do all this. And lastly, I'll just show you just a couple of things that I got while out and about. These vintage Christmas tags, which I probably won't use as tags. I tend to do that with tags. And it's the snowman again that got me. I love snowmen. And there's two different designs of snowmen on this one. But I just put a rhinestone on there and use it for embellishing. So that was $3. This was only a couple of dollars from Woolies supermarket, and it's a cupcake set, but I'm going to make some rosettes. Because they have these little, what do you call them, cake toppers in the a spider's web, a spider and a pumpkin. You can see through there, I won't open it. And from Bunnings, which is a hardware chain here in Australia. This was $10. I'm going to alter this. It is a calendar countdown. And I already know I'm going to paint those in gold. And that will be good for the granddaughters. And now, it does light